Could you introduce yourself and tell us the story of Nanu and how it actually started?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Nicholas Martin. I'm from London, UK. I'm the founder of Nanu. And how it first started. So, I mean, long story short, for now at least, it started on the back of a bus journey. I didn't want to end up in a dead end job, and I wanted to combine my interests and passions, which is science, the unknown, problem solving, community, and just generally kind of problem solving. And I was just staring, kind of a daydream, staring out into the sky, and then yeah, just the idea popped into my head. Why don't I create a platform where everyone can kind of share those passions and interests, and maybe at some point down the line, kind of solve some mysteries. I suppose that's kind of how it all started.
What's the most exciting mystery you hope someone
Hmm.
kind of discovers or unfolds on your platform?
Yes, I mean, there's obviously the big questions, are we alone in the universe and all of that, and then there's the other questions which I'm really interested in, which is the lost history of humanity and, ancient civilizations and all of that stuff. Then, you got things like human consciousness, you got things like natural phenomena, spontaneous human combustion. I suppose one day it would be nice to find out, if these things are just pure like speculation and just like more of a myth and a legend, or there is some truth to that. I think it doesn't matter what we discover in the grand scheme of things, as long as I hope we discover something along the way. Or if it's not us, then it's one of our users, or at least we can inspire someone to investigate based off what we're doing, which would be amazing.
Why do you kind of feel like it's so important to have real people tell their stories and speak up rather than just looking at files or
Hmm.
data, for example?
I think in especially in our times with the AI movement and high levels of data and large language models, it's, as you said, it's all about files and data. But at the end of the day,
Mhm.
all of these stories and all these experiences are a human story and a human experience. We go straight to the data, we go straight to the files, but actually every single experience is a human experience, and I want to make sure that we don't forget that, or at least someone doesn't forget that, because I think that's the most crucial thing at the end of the day. We are the witnesses, so we should always be at a level of the forefront of these investigations.
For someone new to the app, what do you think the first unknown they should kind of dive into?
That's a very good question, actually. I feel like have a quick look at our archive, go through the history of some of the unknowns in our different categories. The
Mm-hmm.
UAP one's a very good one to start off, because that's, in today's world, that's one of the most mainstream kind of topics, especially with everything going on in America with all the congressional hearings, and then the president's talking about UFOs and UAPs files and all of that stuff. But also, if there's anything curious to you, and then, looking at what other users have posted as well, maybe you've seen something similar to them, or they've seen something similar to you, and maybe doing a level of interaction. I would definitely start with the archive, just to kind of get kind of a quick understanding of some of the kind of interesting and credible kind of experiences and historical
Yeah.
sightings that people have had.